This is why I believe that traveling doesn't solve all your problems. So just to give you a little bit of background on my story, I used to work that corporate job. I would have to wake up early, barely run out the door to make it on time, drink a pot of coffee, go to work, get 8 to 10 hours of work in. Do I remember anything that happened in that time frame? Not really. It was just kind of, I was on autopilot the whole time. Come home, maybe get a workout in if I was good, and then go straight to the fridge, look for answers in that refrigerator, look for answers in my bottle of wine, sit like a big old numb bump on a log watching TV. And that was my evening, that was my day. And I get up and do that all over again, waiting for the weekends, waiting for the holidays, just so I can have a little bit of relief. Naturally, I wanted to start traveling, and so I incorporated more travel into my life, whether it was with my partner, whether it was solo, and traveling is so wonderful, and it really does open up your perspectives to new cultures, new behaviors, new lines of thinking. It's just wonderful. But the whole point of this video is that our culture is constantly suggesting to find answers from outside of us. Google how to fix a leaky faucet, done. You can find a YouTube video. Or Google, who am I? And you'll find some kind of personality quiz, and that'll have your life answers on there. I mean, there's just always, there's always some kind of like easy button that I see our culture really pushing on us. And what I think is that, especially when I see people, they're like, oh, I want to travel, I want to escape, I want to just get away. The reason that they feel so impacted by traveling is because you're actually getting outside of your routine, this routine that you've created. And just like I said, my routine was, getting out of that routine of going to work, eating basically the same things, drinking wine, watching Netflix. Like I was so ready to get out of that because I craved more. And that's why I think vacations are so wonderful for people. But if you're truly looking for answers outside of just a vacation, if you're actually looking for peace and happiness and contentment with your life, those are things that you're not going to necessarily find when you're traveling. Those are all things that you have to look inward. And so I just want to stress that until you give up the idea that happiness is found somewhere else, it will never be where you are. We're all trying to find happiness. We're all trying to find peace. And our culture, again, has taught us to cover it up with Band-Aids, to cover it up with drinking, to cover it up with smoking, to cover it up with purchasing and consumerism, to cover it up with being busy. All of these things are just Band-Aids to cover up what is actually already there. I think that traveling can offer a lot of different answers, and each is so very personal. But what I'm talking about here is this destination addiction, where we think that happiness is somewhere else. And whether it's traveling, whether it's waiting till Friday, whether it's waiting for a long holiday weekend, whatever that might be, or maybe it's just waiting till the end of the day to get out of work. The truth is that if you want to feel actual peace and contentment, that's already within you. You just have to find it. You just have to remove the distractions that our culture and our habits growing up have kind of clogged that little pipe. But we can have those things. You can be content even if you're just sitting in a room by yourself, and you can feel peace and happiness at that moment. And that to me is true freedom, when you don't need anything to stimulate you to bring you happiness. And that's what I'm trying to get at with all of my videos, and I hope to teach you the tools that I've learned in finding and developing this peace and contentment in my life. So stay tuned.